Hey folks,
What's up?
Danny Boy,
Bill Corpus Crispy Murphy.
welcome in SIP live YouTube channel, sponsored as always by the Dugout of Millwood. We appreciate you, love you, and thank you. Let me take a sip of water, Bill. You continue.
Yeah, well, it is another episode of Sports Insanity Podcast on this lovely Monday. So we got a great show for you today, don't we, Reg?
Yes,
Isn't it always great?
yeah, and of course you mentioned it. Monday, it's June 1st,
It's
Billy Boy.
June 1st. Dude, can you believe it's June already?
No, because every year goes by fast. But
Yeah,
isn't it is wild though how quick this year has gone so far though. Um,
we're almost halfway through the year already.
yeah, meteorological summer starts today.
Yeah, happy meteorological summer.
So yeah, I mean I'm not a meteorologist, but apparently that's because they do a better time at monitoring seasons when it hits the first of the month. So something wild about that.
Yeah, but
Um,
also to our LGBTQ listeners, we want to wish
mhm.
you a happy first day of Pride Month.
Hmm.
Yeah, happy Pride Month to our LGBTQ listeners.
Yes,
So,
many which exist in our lives, Billy Boy. So we want to send love over to those, um, and say love always wins, no matter what.
amen.
You
Amen to
know?
that. And we got a great show for you today. The NBA finals are set.
Yes.
I know what Reggie's going to be doing this week. Probably locking himself in his bedroom with the TV on, watching the Knicks and the Spurs. Sound about right?
I wish you were right. Unfortunately, I have to work, and the added bonus to that is that I have to watch it all on my channel. And hopefully these games don't. I mean, obviously, as a Knick fan, going into overtime would be great. But as a employee of a television station that airs those games, I would hate overtime because then that means I would have to stay longer. Obviously, more money, but like no, like if I'm the Knicks, I would wrap it up as soon as possible. But of course, no, I am stoked about the NBA Finals. We now know that it is the San Antonio Spurs who won the West on Saturday night. Um, it was another thriller victory back and forth, but ultimately, at the end of the day, it was the Spurs that ran away within the fourth quarter. Um, Thunder ran out of gas. No contributions past Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and the Spurs will be facing the New York Knickerbockers Wednesday night uh, in San Antonio. Very, very, very interesting um, NBA Finals. You have the revenge angle from '99, Knicks and
Oh boy.
Spurs.
You think they're still on? You think they're still on that after 27 years?
Well, I know I'm not because I barely remember it. So I will for me, I'm not really into that part of the story. Um, but I will say that a lot of Knicks fans were, even though they weren't expected to win the finals in '99, a lot of Knicks fans were butthurt that they lost. So yeah, for them, it might be personal for them.
Yeah.
But
So
for me personally, though, I just want to kick Wimby's ass.
yes,
That's all it is, you
F
know?
Wemby. This is gonna be the Garden Chat. Wemby.
Exactly.
But no, I
Um,
was watching the game on Saturday night because it was another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. I
mm,
got some money because I just got paid. If you know that song, good for you. But
mhm.
anyway, yeah, and that's for Matt Hemsley. But anyway, my very good friend. But no, I was watching. It was a good game. But you know what? My dad said the Spurs didn't really impress him. So the Knicks have a good shot here.
Yeah, the Knicks have played the Spurs well throughout the season. Obviously, they didn't win all the time, but they played them pretty close. And even in that NBA Cup, and I know I don't really care for the NBA Cup, but even in that NBA Cup, it was a nice back and forth affair. Spurs taking the lead, Knicks making a run, them taking the lead, and then they're just trading leads back and forth. It was a great sign of like competition in basketball. Even though the NBA Cup, but I think it's a incredible money grab. But that's different conversation for later. But like my point is that the Knicks played the Spurs all season and did very well. So it's not crazy to go out there and say Knicks got a shot. They were not having a shot against the Thunder. Thunder kicked their ass throughout the regular season.
Yes, they
Um,
did.
so it and again, I know the regular season doesn't matter when it comes to the playoffs, but it gives you the amount of games that they've played against each other. It's enough sample size to know who's better and who's inferior. The Knicks were way inferior to the Thunder, not even close. So, boom, we have a shot, Bill.
So you're breathing a sigh of relief today, aren't you?
Yes. Now, when I say we have a shot, I never said that they're going to win the series. I'll give my predictions on Six Man Up. I will give my predictions on Six Man Up Tuesday at 1 o'clock. But I will say I like my chances now that they're facing the Spurs.
No, I think the Knicks have a very good chance here. I would say they have an excellent chance.
Yes. OG Anunoby has been solid. We obviously know the type of player Jalen Brunson is. Cat has really come alive ever since they centered the offense around him, and that's kudos to Mike Brown. Mikal Bridges, ever since game three of the Atlanta series, has been absolutely stellar to watch. He's scoring, you know, a ton of points that are massive, great from 3-point range, great from the field goal, from the field. And it's like I want to say that the overall the Nick offense has really transformed itself into a massive powerhouse, a scoring powerhouse, uh, something that could fear teams. And I know the Spurs are gonna not be so intimidated because they haven't been intimidated all season. But the Spurs they have a challenging thing ahead. And one thing that the Knicks have that the Spurs don't is rest.
Oh, absolutely. Like what we had said this after the Sixers series going into the Cavs series, the Knicks had time to rest. They had like a week? No, no, wait, they had like almost 2 weeks, I think.
Mhm.
And and but the thing is, if you remember in game one of the Cavs series, the Knicks came out a little rusty.
Yeah.
And here's gonna be the thing what the Knicks have to do. Remember, people, the Knicks were down 22 points in game one, and they came back and win. They can't do that again. They can't do that too many times. I always said that. Reggie, I said this last year, remember? The Knicks can't go down 22 points
Yeah.
and expect they can't dig themselves into a hole because they had a bunch of comeback wins in the playoffs last year. But there's gonna come a time, Reggie, there's gonna come a time when they're gonna be so deep down in a hole, a comeback is unfeasible.
Yeah, I
So
mean
in game one, they cannot go down 22 points because there's gonna come a time where it's not gonna work.
Yeah, I mean the reality is that the the Knicks have to play solid basketball from jump. And you do make a good point that there'll be times when the Knicks start a series, they start off very slow. And of course, sometimes that's rest and rust, and sometimes that's just how the Knicks are. The Knicks start slow, and then they pick things up later on. Um, it's different now. It's not like the Knicks have the home court advantage starting out the series. They have to go to San Antonio, and that environment is crazy in itself.
No,
You
it
know,
is.
this is 30 years of building a major winning formula and having that championship mindset for the San Antonio Spurs, and the fans have really embraced it. So it's not going to be an easy environment for the Knicks, and I know damn well that those Spurs fans, and they certainly don't need to block Knicks fans from getting tickets to the game, but you know damn well that Spurs fan base is going to come out, show out, and not allow any Knicks fan to take over their arena. Like,
Nah, that ain't
like
gonna happen.
that shit ain't gonna happen.
That ain't gonna happen.
So there's a lot of factors into it. There's a lot of factors into it. There's the rest and the rust, and we've seen them. We've should seen them show the rust, and it took 4 quarters in game one of the Cavs series, but whatever. And then of course, the health factor has been great. We need Brunson to continue to um, be as solid of a leader and the captain as he is. We need Karl-Anthony Towns to continue to body up on these people. You know, obviously Wemby's a lot taller than Cat, but that doesn't matter to me. He still has the the figure to get inside the paint, and he's strong enough where, and a lot of these guys are small enough too, where Cat can just dominate. OG has been playing well defensively, not so great offensively in the Cavs series, but that's okay. Um, Josh Hart has been stellar, and he needs to be a nice impact player. Um, and then of course the brilliance of Mike Brown about how he sets up the offense, and the way he was able to adjust in all three of the Eastern Conference series, the Atlanta series, the Sixers series, and then the Cavs series. Um, Sixers and Cavs series, they didn't really have to adjust much. It's more just getting out and going. But the Atlanta series really exposed them
No, I
for
don't think
what
it
they
did.
were. And that's what led them to this incredible 11 game run that they've had. But I'm
So
stoked.
here, so yeah, game one will be Wednesday night in San Antonio, and I gotta show you something because I just found this kind of charming.
Go for it.
Um, it's cute. Our God, our second time on this podcast, bringing up this man.
Okay.
Okay, so New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani, did you see this? He repealed kids' bedtimes for the Knicks finals run, courtesy of ABC7. We're gonna play this clip.
I can't hear the sound, but this is fun. Look at that. So obviously you can't hear the sound, but
Wait,
Zoran,
wait, wait, you can't hear you can't hear it?
I can't hear anything. No.
Okay, let me try that.
Make sure optimize for sound too.
Dang it, I always forget to push that button.
It's fine.
Okay. God, I'm like your boomer dad who's trying to. I'm like your boomer dad trying to figure out how to work an iPhone.
Yeah.
Not you're a boomer dad.
Repealing kids' bedtimes for the Knicks finals run. Are we ready? Who here was alive in 1999? No, you were not. You were? Okay, we're gonna talk about that later.
I don't know when I was born.
All right, here we go. We're signing it.
I don't know.
Okay, my friends. Executive order
I don't know
is
when
signed.
I was.
Bedtime is repealed. All of you can watch the finals. How do you feel?
Good.
Okay, come on. That's adorable.
And look, I obviously love his politics or hate his politics.
The guy's
Whatever.
charming.
He is so charismatic,
And he
man.
whether you
Like-
agree with his politics or not, he just seems like such a likable guy.
He's so good with the people, man. Like, and he gets it. Like,
But my one, I thought that was adorable.
God damn.
I thought that was absolutely adorable.
No,
And then-
that was awesome. That was
And-
awesome.
But my one criticism, I know I have to be the cynical grandpa.
It's all good.
God, I'm very cynical nowadays, Reg.
Yeah.
But the one thing is like, okay, Mr. Mayor, those kids look a little too young. If you had like, and I just saw this in a comment, which I kind of agree with, if you had like middle schoolers or high schoolers, I think it would be a little better because, I don't think these kids even know what the Knicks are.
Well, someone had a Knicks jersey. In that
I don't know if
kid-
that was real. They
kid's
had
prime.
someone put them on it. But no, that's not my attack on Zoran.
You think it's a prop? You think it's just a little bit of a stage type of thing?
Could be,
Yeah.
but that's not on Zoran though. But no, I think I just thought that was cute though. It was, yeah, like you said, and again, we're not a political podcast, but like him or not, he's a man of the people. And we talked about this Friday when the whole shit with the tickets that he was. But again, I'm gonna say it again. That's what I like about him. He's not sitting on Nick's row with Timothy Chalamet and Kylie Jenner and Spike and Ben. He's up with the real fans.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about him. Like, again, dude, could you imagine, and I said this on Friday, you imagine, okay, here's your dog, your soda, in my case, my beer. Oh, hey, Mr. Mayor.
He's a man of the people.
He's a man of the people. And that was awesome. That was awesome.
The people's mayor.
He is the people. Speaking of tickets, Reg, you want to spend $3,000 for the nosebleed seats?
I wouldn't spend $500 for nosebleeds, let alone $3 or $4,000.
Do people literally think people can afford this?
Look, you have a lot of rich, or at the very least, comfortable, bougie people in New York City that are willing to spend that much money for the Knicks. Like that, the reality is, a lot of people grew up not knowing anything about what the NBA Finals feels like, other than just watching it on TV and having other fans experience it. So this is a lifetime thing for a lot of Knicks fans. There's the Knicks fan that has been waiting 53 years for a championship, and then of course there's the fan that experienced the 90s but never got to experience the championship in 73. Like it's real. It is real. So yeah, people are gonna spend it. If I'm the Knicks fan, I'd take that $3,000 real quick, Bill. I'm so sorry. I'll take that $3,000, spend it on a ticket to Texas, spend on a ticket, $900 in San Antonio, and watch it there, and still probably save money, than the ridiculous crap that they're gonna sell at MSG.
Because of course they are.
Yeah. But yeah. Gonna be wild, Bill.
It's gonna be wild.
Yeah, man. So real quick, as you know, the Spurs beat the Thunder. The Thunder were the reigning champs in the NBA. Um, obviously, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander was not very thrilled about his performance throughout the playoffs, particularly this series, and he had this to say after the loss.
You got to put on the sound.
What? You'll be kidding me. Why didn't you say that before?
I just did.
Let's try it again.
God, basically, we're like your boomer dad with iPhone.
Well, no, because it gave I hit the check, so
It was a failure. Like, I failed at my goal. Like, I didn't achieve what I wanted to achieve. But through my experiences, I learned the most about myself, and I make the like greatest amount of increases I have in my career when I fail at my goal and don't get what I want. And I look at this no different. I didn't get where I wanted to go this season. There's a reason for that. Now I have to look at that reason and try to make sure it never happens.
try to make sure it never happens again. Season was a failure, and he's right. Look, you're going in as the defending champions, the season favorite to go back to the finals, not only go back but to win it, repeat as champions. And again, I know that they're skewed throughout the season. You know, everyone's arguing, no, it's going to be Wemby and the Spurs. No, it's going to be OKC with SGA. No, like the reality of the situation is that for the most part, based on expectations, the Thunder did fail at their goal.
Yeah, they did.
You know, obviously, Shea didn't fail. He scored 35 points. You know, now in terms of stats, the the apparently the efficiency of his shooting, everything dropped. But like the Spurs also have a great defense. So you know the fact they scored 35 points in a game 7, like that should be enough for the Thunder to win. But unfortunately, a lot of the role players didn't play as well. Caruso didn't play as well. Um, I know his number 2 scorer, Jalen Williams, he was hurt. He had the hamstring. Um, Chad Holmgren, he failed at his job too. Hardenstein wasn't as effective. Like it was so many things that went wrong for OKC in the final 2 games of their season, where they had a chance to win the series and they failed to win the series. So I applaud SGA for calling it out, being like, hey, I gotta make sure I put my team in a better place for success.
You know who he kind of reminds me of? He kind of reminds me of Derek Jeter in a way. When after the 2011 season, when the Yankees got bumped from the LDS, he was on what was that called? He was on one of Barbara Walters' Fascinating People. He goes, because that was the year he got the 3,000th hit, remember?
Yes.
And he said, and she said, you still think that season was a failure? And he said, yeah, because we didn't make it to the World Series. Yeah, but no, I like when athletes like that go out and say, yeah, and not that I'm applauding their failure, but they're taking responsibility, saying we as a team didn't reach our goal,
Mm.
therefore the season was a failure. I don't care about individual accolades.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, and that's a great point. You nailed it. SGA was an MVP.
Yeah,
For
he's
a
saying I
second
don't
straight
care about
year.
individual accolades. We're a team. We win together. We lose together.
Yeah,
If we reach our goal, we reached our goal as a team. If we didn't, we failed our goal as a team.
yeah,
As the old saying goes, there is no I in team. And I give SGA credit.
yeah. And I'm glad that he made it a big point to see this as a failure, and like you said, like this is going to help them. This is going to fuel their fire for next year, and find out ways to get better and try to get another championship out of that. So, but look, it was a great season for the Thunder. They were the number one seed in the Western Conference, and number one seed overall in the NBA. And um, you know, look, the Western Conference is tough, up and down. So you knew there'd be more competition this season. But in any case, I'm so glad I'm not facing them. Yeah, I'm still on cloud nine. I said, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, you're on cloud nine right now, dude, aren't you?
I can't believe it. Cannot believe it.
Thunder.
All
Hear the
right.
thunder.
Hey.
We're not hearing the lightning and the thunder.
Yes. Knicks Spurs Wednesday in San Antonio. Spurs favored for those bettors out there. So if you're betting the Spurs, be very careful though, because the Knicks are a tough team. Um, and I know Mitchell Robinson has the pinky. He got surgery on that pinky.
Don't
There's
push recovery too much here.
Yeah, I mean, here's my thing. He don't need. He's not a shooter. He don't need his damn pinky to play ball. Like
No, he doesn't.
no, tape it up, wrap it up, whatever you gotta do. Play ball. Let's go.
Let's go.
Enough.
Let's freaking go.
Not playing around. You've waited nearly a decade to play in the big stage, going through all those horrible teams. Thank you, James Dolan. And all these people, the coaches, the Jeff Hornaceks, the David Fizdales, Steve Mills, Scott Perry. You have all these people running your team that were horrible.
Yes.
And now you have a chance to play and potentially win the finals. You ain't missing that shit. And he knows he's not missing that shit. So if I'm the Knicks brass, if I'm the medical team, wrap it up. He had the surgery. And let him play. Excuse me.
Play ball. Let's go.
In case.
Yeah.
All right.
Game 1, Wednesday night in San Antonio.
Can't wait for that. All right, Billy boy. Moving on. We got some football news. We were going to talk about this as like a potential thing.
But as of a few minutes ago, it's now official. A few minutes ago,
we got official. Hello, Odell Beckham Jr., Mr. OBJ, returning to the New York Giants.
Back. Odell is back. Guess who's back? Back again. Odell's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Tell all your Giant fan friends. Yes,
Giant fan friends. He's back.
I like this reunion. I like this a lot. Obviously, you're not expecting him to be a big time receiver anymore because he's not. He's
old.
Exactly. Like he's no longer big time number one receiver. But he has Super Bowl experience.
I think he can be a veteran presence.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could be a veteran presence for this team, and he was on Baltimore.
Yeah.
So I think he could be one of Harbaugh's enforcers. But no, he can't be the big time receiver he's been injured too many times. But that's where I don't like it. Like, why are we wasting it on him? But on the other hand, like we said, he could be that veteran presence. He's had Super Bowl experience. I think he could. Do you think he could teach them how to do the one-handed catch? I have that.
The only person athletic enough to do that's probably Neighbors.
Like a good neighbor, Malik is there.
Look, I'll say this. Harbaugh, I mean, you can talk about both Harbaughs, but in this particular one, this is John. He is a no-nonsense guy. He wants to win. He wants to win now. And he wants to surround players with the winning mentality. And again, I know Odell wasn't necessarily in his first go around with the Giants, wasn't necessarily a big time winner, but he was a big time player that became a winner later on and understood after he left New York, what it means, what it takes to be a champion. So it's just an added addition to the locker room that is just necessary. And I love the move.
I love it too.
So Giants had been working him out for a little while. I'm glad that they were able to come to a deal that allows them to reunite the team again. Under a lot has changed since Odell left, but I know that this is definitely for the best and stuff. Then of course the Giants also signing Braxton Berrios to a deal.
Yes.
Obviously can be used for so many different things, any type of option. Like he's a cool guy to have. So
Well, welcome to New York.
yeah, not his first go around in New York. He was with the Jets for a little bit, so that's always good.
Yep. He dealt with the Jets before, Reg. You were suffering with them.
Yeah, well, but Barrow is actually good for the Jets. He actually played very well. But the team was just terrible. They had Zach Wilson, which of course, as you know, was just
A joke.
One of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen in my life. But then of course, you have that news for the Giants, and then of course, we're finding out that Russell Wilson will move to the anchor desk as a NFL analyst at CBS for their pregame, postgame show.
He's retiring.
After what was a massive, turbulent, up and down end of his career, and I just have to say, Russell Wilson will go down as obviously one of the better quarterbacks in the league. I can't say he's one of the best because he's not. But he is a Super Bowl champion. And early on in his career, he certainly was becoming something that was otherworldly. And of course, it took a nosedive towards the end of his career. But a true professional, never complained, was always a good teammate, or at least he tried to be. And now he gets to share his expertise at the desk with the folks at CBS. So I'm very happy for him that he's making this transition to his life. And I'm excited to see what he has in store now that he's critiquing, Bill. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that?
On Russell Wilson being the NFL analyst? I think, you know what? Well, I guess congratulations on a great career. And I think, he's got the Super Bowl experience. I think he would be a good NFL analyst. I think he really would be.
Yeah.
And you know what? God, he's retired finally. Dude, this generation really is over. This generation really is over. But no, I think he could give some good insight, and I'm curious to hear what he has to say on the pregame show.
Yeah.
I'm really curious. I think he could give some good insight there. Reg?
For the Giants, now that we're obviously transitioning and and stuff, there's no quarterback controversy. It's Jackson Dart or bust.
It really is.
as a Giant fan, Bill,
Yes.
now that you know for a fact that Jackson Dart's the guy, and we've already known this for a while, but
I've been saying he's been the guy for a year.
but this stretch of moves that the Giants made, and then of course the fact that Russell Wilson is no longer in the picture, like, does it give you a little more clarity now?
Yes, like we still got Jameis Winston, but he's not terrible. Winston's not terrible.
It's not about his ability to play. Obviously, I love James,
But I think, we traded up a draft pick for Jackson Dart. It is now time to officially say Dart's the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Dart is the guy. I've been saying this, Reg. I've been saying this for a year. Have I been saying this for a year?
Yeah.
Reggie can testify. I've been saying this for a year. Dart's the guy.
A lot of things for Harbaugh have fallen into place exactly how he wanted it.
Exactly how he wanted it.
And it's amazing for the Giants. Like, it really is. I expect them to be a hell of a lot better this season. You're getting a healthy Scatterboo at some point, obviously. A healthy Neighbors. So you're going to have big time threats running game, passing game. A quarterback that's going into his second year that has learned a lot in his first year and now has a better coaching staff to deal with. The Giant, and then of course you're tightening up on defense too. The Giants are looking pretty nasty right now.
No, they are. I think this could be. Am I going to say this is the year? I don't want to say that.
No,
I think that would be irresponsible of me to say.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Took the words out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took the words out of Reggie's mouth. That would be irresponsible of me to say.
Yeah.
But no, I think we could at the very least make the playoffs. But no, Giants have had a great offseason. Now that we got the right coach, bro, let's fucking do this. Let's fucking do it. Am I right?
Yeah, man.
Can I get a witness? Can I get an amen? Let's go. Let's go. No, I think the Giants. Yeah, but I don't want to say this is the year because, again, that would be very irresponsible of me to say. But no, I think the Giants are looking pretty promising right now.
Yeah.
And then watch, probably around October, I'm going to be depressed again. Actually, no, let's give it to November. November, I'll probably be depressed again.
But what's the depression? Is it the fact that the Giants are going to have a horrible season, or is it the fact that there's going to be so many different teams across the league that maybe the Giants don't have a chance at it?
I think it's going to be a combination of both.
If it's both, that's a disaster. But if it's the latter, I think you should be that should excite you for the future.
Because it would be like, hey, you know what? We're in the it would say that, hey, we're in the mix. We're in the mix because, like, even if you're right, if the Giants don't make it, if they don't make it, because there were many other good teams, you know what? At least we were in the mix. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, Reg?
Yeah.
If they're depressed because they're playing poorly, then I'm like, okay, what was this all about then? Like, is it gonna be a rebuilding year? Possibly. But if things really go bad, this is the year we officially shoot Joe Shane out of the cannon.
Yeah. I don't think this is gonna be this ain't no rebuild. The Giants are trying to win now. Like,
this will be a retooling.
These moves spell win.
Win. I would say this is a retooling. What do you think?
Sure.
All right, so I think the Giants again making great moves, even though they've had a weird offseason. Can we just have a normal offseason, please? Like normal teams do. God, first the whole thing with Steve Kish and now the Jackson Dart thing. Can we have a normal offseason? No crap. Thank you, good night, and God bless. But most importantly, God bless.
Yeah.
All right, so that is NFL. You're right. Football season never stops.
Yeah, never stops. Just one NFL note, Raymond Berry passing away on May 25th, at the age of 93. Obviously, Hall of Fame coach, two-time NFL champion, a lot of years, of course, coaching, playing with the Colts as well. And certainly, this is obviously a lot of his coaching. During the Super Bowl era, and then of course he played before the Super Bowl era, so he got to see the NFL both sides of it. So, legend in his own right.
Yes.
So, just wanted to make that note real quick.
Rest in peace to Raymond Berry.
Yeah. Now moving on to Major League Baseball. Can we give a shout out to the Yankees again for one, putting up a 13-run absolute masterpiece? Was it the third inning that they did
Third
this?
inning, it was just boom, 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 boom.
I mean,
boom,
how
boom.
how incredible was that?
Beautiful. It was so beautiful, Reg, wasn't it?
Yeah, but what wasn't beautiful? How they almost blew the lead. They ended up getting 5 more runs after that.
Yeah, because you go to the pen because Boone has to manage again.
Horrible.
Boone has to manage again, Reggie boy. Boone has to manage again.
Yeah. Of course, look, obviously we're not, we know that, the Yankees did enough to win the game. 13, look, when you're down 10 runs, that's a tough, tall task to ask to their team to come back. So we knew that the Yankees were going to win. But it ticks me off that Aaron Boone continues to go to Tim Hill and Fernando Cruz. I know Cruz has been better, but it's just like, why do you continue to go to these guys? Why do you continue going to Jake Bird? Why do you continue going to these idiots that we know are terrible?
Because Boone panic manages.
I want to shut down these idiots. First of all, why isn't Will Warren going out there for the 7th inning?
Yeah,
why not? Why not? Like if you know that Cruz is going to, I'm gonna get to your point, Bill. I'm so sorry. If you know that Cruz is going to give you a terrific inning, wouldn't you want the guy that has been pitching well? He only had 82 pitches.
Yeah, he did.
Most of them were strikes. Booney, you gotta start trusting your players. Start trusting Will Warren to go longer, man. I'm sick and tired of we have a pitch count. No, I'm tired of that bullshit. Let him pitch.
No, you know what? Because I am so sick. Will Warren was doing great. Will Warren was pitching great.
He had 5 strikeouts. Give a lot of hits, but give no runs. No one runs.
Bullpen! Hill! Dude, what? And when my dad was saying, like, why are you going to this kid who's pitching a great game? And I read a quick blip of something that Will Warren, agree or disagree, is probably the most overlooked Yankee starter.
Mm-hmm. He's been pitching well.
Oh, he's been pitching great lately.
Yeah.
I think, again, we're going to have, once Fried gets back, Cole, Rodon, Fried, Schlittler, Warren. Our bullpen is gonna our bullpen. Our rotation is gonna be unstoppable. Our pitching rotation is gonna be absolutely unstoppable, Reg. Agree or disagree?
No, I mean it's dude, like it's really looking up, man. Like
Yeah,
it
but
is.
we said it yesterday on Bombers Banter. The pitching rotation is great.
Yeah,
Pitching rotation is absolutely great. The bullpen sucks.
yeah.
The
And look,
bullpen freaking sucks. We
and
said it
like
yesterday on Bombers Banter.
I said, Cruz is maybe one of the better ones, but I'm sick and tired of this Jake Bird that he keeps putting in there. I don't know why he puts him in there. Uh, Blackburn's another one that's been bad. Obviously, Tim Hill has not been good either, and of course, it shows. You give it 4 runs, and like I said again, I get that the Yankees were going to win the game, but if you're up 13-3, Bill, I want to win 13-3. Like, I don't want to win 13-8.
No, I agree.
So that pissed me off. But Yankees were going to win anyway. So
No, they were going to win anyway. They really
yeah.
were.
I was wrong, Bill. I'm eating my words. Yankees won the series 2 out of 3. I thought for sure the A's would be great enough to challenge the Yankees. They certainly were on Saturday. But no, Yankees ended up winning the series. They have been on a roll lately, and kudos to them.
No, absolutely kudos to them.
Yeah. Rest of your scores, you have the Orioles over the Blue Jays, 9-5. Orioles been playing solid baseball of late too. Look out because Pete Alonso is coming alive for the Baltimore Orioles. Of course, if you're the old ops guy in Rifkin, shame on you. You let him go.
Only know you've been hot. Only know you love him when you let her go. When you let him go.
Twins losing to the Pirates 9-3. Nationals beating the Padres 4-2. How about them Nationals, Patchman? Winning a series against San Diego.
Yes.
Tremendous. Tremendous stuff,
San
man.
Diego.
Oh, that's tremendous stuff. The Nationals are 2 games over 500, playing great baseball. Rays over the Angels 5-2. Reds over the Braves 6-4. Red Sox over the Guardians 9-4. The Metsies, at least the Rifkin deal ops guy can celebrate a win over the Marlins 10-1.
Congratulations, you beat a shitty team. We love
Exactly.
Mark and Rifty, but
Yeah. Sort of neck and neck in the NL East, NL West, NL East standings. Battling for last place.
no, I agree. So yeah, so those are MLB scores. Like, you know what? Even though we stretched it out, you got to admit this was a slow day.
A little slow.
So, anything
but
else?
I mean, I'm good. I mean, if you want to talk about Serena Williams coming back for doubles this
Coming back
month,
for doubles.
yes, we love that. Serena Williams. She has accepted a wild card invitation at the HSBC Championships held at the Queen's Club in London. 44-year-old Serena Williams playing doubles next week. Of course, there's a lot there. Had been speculation based on her ramping up that she might be making a full comeback, maybe to the singles competition. Um, as you all know, Serena had stopped playing in competitive tennis about 4 years ago after the US Open to focus on um, her family and everything. But she never said she was going to retire. That's the crazy part. So I'm excited. Let's go, Serena.
Well, let's go, Serena. She is. No, we would. No, we wish her the best. She's returning to doubles. Let's do this, let's do it.
Yeah, and obviously this wouldn't be a major title, but
It's something.
she has so many incredible wins.
Yes, she
23,
does.
23 majors, obviously. And of course, back in the day, she was the undisputed world number one in the women's competition. So, um, yeah, that's all for me, Bill. Just wanted to get that out there.
So yeah, well, okay, folks, I guess that is our show for today. Yeah, by the way, we're not gonna be here Friday, by the way.
Yeah, no Friday show.
We're taking it off.
But it's okay. I can live.
I'm sorry,
Uh,
Reggie. I'm gonna
no,
be
no. Well, no, you're going somewhere. You're going.
I'm gonna be out of town, and then like the
Yeah.
next day, I'm gonna be out of town from Wednesday to Friday, and then the next day I have to work that morning, and I said we could do a show early, but Reggie's got softball, so schedule collapse, it happens.
Yeah. No, no, no. Like, look, obviously schedules didn't align. I want Bill to go on this vacation. I told him to go on this vacation. I would kick his ass if he wouldn't.
I
Like,
even offered, Reg, I offered, I said, if you want, I can stay back, and you're like, no, go. Are you planning some type of overthrow here while I'm gone, Reggie? You and old ops guy or Rifkin?
nah. It's not the same. And I love old ops guy. I love Rifkin.
No, I do too.
It's just not the same. I guess in its place we'll do a 6-man up. We'll chat about it. But like, expect a lot more 6-man ups during this
Oh,
finals.
yes.
Expect
So,
a lot
Reg,
of
if the
them.
Knicks win, do you got the permits for the parade ready?
Well, it's up to city council. I mean,
Reg, they can trust you.
sure. Look, they're
I
going to.
tried to throw some weird random parade and they denied my permit. What the heck, New York City Council?
Yeah.
So what? Some of the tactics were morally questionable. Who cares? It was a good parade. It
If
was
they
a good
could-
idea.
If the Knicks win the finals and they have a parade on a day that's feasible for me to be in New York,
You would do it.
I would 100% do it.
Oh, that would be insane.
But I worry. I worry sometimes that it's not going to happen. My best chance, Bill, the Knicks have to sweep. They have to sweep. That's my best chance of going to the parade.
So they have to.
Exactly.
Got the broom.
The problem is it's not going to happen. So it's just wishful thinking and everything.
He's the king of wishful thinking. All right, folks. So I guess we will see you next week. Go Knicks. And for Danny Boy Reginald, I'm Bill Corpus Crispy Murphy. If you want to know more, go to www.thesportsanitynetwork.com. Check out our blogs, our podcasts available on all platforms, and check out us here on the YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. For Danny Boy Reginald, Bill Corpus Crispy Murphy, stay safe and take care.